The full name, what we released, is called Private AI Foundation with NVIDIA. But if we peel the onion, so to speak, we have to start with private AI. What does private AI mean? Now, it's more like an architectural decision or paradigm where you say, hey, we need to balance the business gains that you have when you run AI and ML services, but balance it with the privacy and compliance needs of an organization. Now, what does that mean, right? What we see is that a lot of customers want to run AI services, but they can't or they won't want to use cloud services for either privacy or compliance reasons. A good example is our internal development team. We wanted to use coding assistants, but in order to use a particular AI service for that model needs to understand our source code. And so you need to what's called fine tuning. So you basically train an existing model with your specific organizational data. Now, where are we as VMware? We're not going to upload the source code of ESXi to a hyperscaler. That doesn't make sense, right? That's a legal problem to begin with. So what we did is we downloaded the model, we trained the model with our specific source code on a environment that we run on-prem. And so we can provide this service, this coding assistant to our developers without exposing our own private data to an external source, right? So what we hear is that a lot of customers want to do that. And so that means that running AI services on-prem is the way to go. But if you look into that industry, the majority of offerings, they tend to go to bare metal. They say, oh, you need to have the best performance, you need to go bare metal. But they are losing out on a lot of different aspects of this. First of all, running a model, an AI model, is not the only thing that you need to do in order to actually create an AI service. There are many different components involved in offering a particular functionality. And so it doesn't make sense to introduce another management silo to run specific services on highly specialized hardware. Right? And that's where we came in, and then we said, okay, let's provide particular functionalities that, of course, are aligned to our core DNA, efficient use of hardware, easy way of capturing data, transporting data through the system and processing the data. So we're talking about storage services, we're talking about networking services, we're talking about application, orchestration, automation, and all of these things come together on the same platform that you typically store and run your data services on.